Yeah.
Alright, so this is the first session. The last session was the prologue. This is the first actual big session that we're doing for Minerva's Cradle 2.0. In the last session, it was very, 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 very tragic. We had, well, all of you guys were contracted to sort of look over an exchange between Mara's brother, his company, and another biomed company. Things didn't go very well. You were all ambushed by the Black Star Company and made a series of terrible decisions and roles, which ended up getting Mara's brother killed, which was not great. And since then, Mara's sister has gone to ground, and to ensure her safety, and Mara's called in a few favours with the Minervan government, and their company is now protected within Minervan space, and so no one's going to get anywhere near her, basically. And you guys are now on your ship that was bought for you last time around by Mara's company, called the Ultor. And this is a few weeks later, so a few weeks after that beginning session. If anyone's wondering where that session is, there was a fuck up on the audio where, for the second half, you could hear what I was saying, but you couldn't hear what anyone else was saying, because I don't know, something had fucked up in the encoding, because I switched it from being, I switched the listening modes, and in doing that, somehow, because I've done it before and it's worked, but somehow it fucked it up, so I don't know what happened there. So that is lost to the ether. It's still on Twitch if you want to go and find it, but it's not on YouTube, because I don't see the point in having a half-finished session when the stuff that happened before that was pretty incidental. It was just like meeting everyone and stuff, so I think what I'll do is, for the first 10 minutes, we'll do a very, very, very quick fire description of everyone's characters. And because I got shouted at for doing that by the other half, I'll go from right to left first, and we'll do Caesar first. So we don't. So.
Fair enough. So Caesar, his sister was originally kidnapped by a Karatan raiding party when he was younger, and that kind of motivated him to go on and develop his skills as a mercenary. He joined a covert mercenary group called the Crimson Cloaks, and he was part of that group before he joined the Bacchus crew in Minerva's Cradle 1.0. He then went through the campaign, saved his sister, and went through all the events that you can see on Twitch last time. And then ended up, after that campaign, actually killing off the Crimson Cloaks, discovering that they were basically rotten from the inside, and so he ended up terminating them. And now he's here, penniless, kind of from going from job to job, and trying to kind of recoup his previous experience and rapport.
Awesome. Sam, did you have a look at Twitch to see if it was working or not, or was it okay?
It's fine.
Yeah, it was working.
Okay. Alistar, what's going on?
So Alistar is originally from the planet that was being used as an experiment. It was very fairly primitive level of technology there. The Keraton decided they were going to fuck up the experiment, tried to blow it up. They were stopped by Alistar's companions, most of whom died. And then Alistar escaped on a ship with one of the surviving companions, who accidentally ended up at the airlock. No one knows how. And spent some time roaming the expanse before he ended up on the Bacchus crew, after being hired to do some jobs. Blew up a lot of things. Managed to survive, although one of our crew didn't. And helped save the Cradle, and then he got a big corporation. He ended up having to blow that one up after pissing off the Minervan military, because someone who was part of them was trying to take over his company, and he murdered them. And now he's sort of on the run, and with what he managed to scrap up from before he blew up all of his holdings. And has been was called in for work by Katujin, who's on Mara's crew, and was apparently busy working on a new refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yes. And so now Alistar's here, and he's already nearly blown himself up twice.
So he's not the head of that corporation anymore, yeah? We got that out of the way. We're not.
No, he tried to blow it all up, but apparently some other people are now in charge of it. So at some point he may try to do something about that.
And
but
you
we'll
got
see.
all that. You got all that money by selling the really bad virus, the Minotaur virus that was killing everyone in the first campaign. Instead of destroying it, you stowed it away and sold it to the highest bidder, and that's how you got the money. So.
Well, I didn't take all of it. I did take one of the key components.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I didn't want to deal with more money.
And that I think that single decision is why we don't have little Jimmy anymore. He was just like, "Fuck this! I'm not going back to this ever again." But anyway, Shuruk, what's going on? Who are you?
Shurik's a Sevatar. He was a part of the Ares crew who defeated Sinless and Kane. After that campaign, him and Kadujin, who was also on the Ares crew, went around and did mercenary work around the Cradle for a few months and ended up splitting off because Kadujin kind of wanted to take it easy and Shurik couldn't really. It's mercenary work runs through his blood. He doesn't know where he came from. When he was a baby, he was found by Drayan salvagers. So he wanted to know more about where he came from, and he ended up getting a offer from the Sevatar military to come train their troops. And they were so pleased with what he produced that they ended up offering him a general position there. But the catch is he can come and go as he pleases. So if they're at war, then he can lead the troops into battle. But when they're not, he can go do whatever he wants. And being a part-time general, he has the highest clearance into classified documentation. So he was able to uncover a little bit about his past, nothing really amazing, but his last name, Tulak, was the last name of the original family to rule over the northern kingdoms on that planet.
Cool.
So,
all right. So, Alice, I'm afraid to ask.
Compared to the others, Alice doesn't have too much of sort of in-depth backstory, to be honest. So she grew up just on this sort of just space station where all the money came just through refueling ships. We met her in the previous Minerva's Cradle, sort of towards the very end before the tragic death of Silver. But anyway, and so Alice was just working as a secretary to be honest, sort of very sort of dead end job. Didn't really enjoy it, but not qualified enough to do anything else. And then she suddenly sort of met all of these mercenaries, the Bacchus crew.
Well, she met Syllable first, didn't she? I think she met.
Yeah. She met Syllable. Then, sort of in my head, their relationship was sort of almost like the author in Jonathan Creek, if anyone's seen that, sort of curious about the person, but not sort of Jonathan Strange. That's it. Sorry, no Creek, Jonathan Creek. Anyway, and so sort of since then she's been just trying to sort of get a handle on sort of why these mercenaries were sort of living their life like that. So, things have been looking up for her.
Okay.
Comparatively.
We'll be seeing her in a red dress and all that sort of stuff. And
Oh yeah.
she's socialite, isn't she? Pretty much now. All right. So Mara, what's been going on here?
Okay. Well, Mara has pretty much always done everything that she did to make sure that her siblings were taken care of, because her parents died when she was younger, and then her older brother ended up going missing. He was a pilot for the Minervan military, and he actually was the one who taught her how to fly. So he went missing, her parents were dead, so she was just taking care of her younger siblings. And she joined up with the Ares crew to earn some more money. And, you know, you saw the last campaign. So after that, they had the Diamondback trading.
Yeah.
And she was kind of getting sick of that, so she went off on her own, bought a shuttle, and just kind of hitched rides on different ships. You know, because she just kind of got bored, didn't know what to do with herself now that her siblings were finally taken care of. And then in the last session, that ended up not being the case because her other brother died. So that was fun.
Sadness.
So, yeah.
But what else happened?
Her
Nothing,
older
just
brother,
died.
who'd gone missing and had died in the last session, is apparently in, like, an AI or something now.
Yeah,
You didn't explain that. He just kind of popped up at the end.
Well, basically what's happened is James, your brother, has been obviously looking into his older brother's death. Because you refuse to speak about it. You're like, you know, it's okay. It's, you know, he's just dead. Don't worry about it. And so he did his own digging, and eventually, through all of his contacts, managed to get a hold of the Terminus copy of the Silas AI that was being built. You know, so even though he destroyed himself in the last campaign, Silas, your brother, there was a copy of him out there somewhere, and James managed to get a hold of it, and he's planning on giving it to you, but he did end it indirectly after he died. He gave it to you. So that's actually Silas. It's not some cheap knockoff of Silas. That's actually him and his consciousness in digital form. Alright, so you guys, it's been a couple of weeks since the last session, and you guys have been paid, let's say, around 700 credits each for that. So add that to your...
I remember, didn't you say we started off with some credits as well?
500.
500 I've got.
Yeah, you had 500 starting off with, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so of the 3 decks that are on the Yule Tour, where would you say you are? We'll go with... hang on. We'll do with Caesar. Where are you on the ship?
Well, we've been on the ship for a few weeks now, so I would have said deck 3, but I feel like Caesar would have got a fair handling on the ship and its engine functions and all the things downstairs. So he'd probably be, I don't know, upstairs playing like a game of cards or gambling or something, probably with Alistair if he'd be up for that.
Alistair rarely gambles, but he'll play it. You know, he'll play a card game.
Okay.
Whether Alistair actually wants to do that.
By the way,
Alistair doesn't trust his luck unless he can, you know, blow him up.
this is probably the best ship map I've been able to find. All the rest are pretty good, but not as good as this. So if you do get another ship, it'll be the same map, because why not? It's looking, you know.
Yeah.
So Shuruk, where are you on the ship?
I can't see the ship map.
Yeah,
No, you don't need
either.
to. You don't. I'm gonna put you wherever you say you are.
Okay. Say I'm on the bridge.
Okay.
With my iPod listening to Celine Dion or something.
Okay. What Celine Dion song are you listening to?
I don't know. I don't listen to Celine Dion. Let's say Taylor Swift. How about that?
Okay.
Say Taylor Swift. Feeling 22.
So, like, old music is actually worth quite a lot. Like, it's actually worth quite a bit. So, you could sell all that stuff on if you ever wanted to. So, Alice, where are you now?
I think I'm just, you know, like, rearranging that walk-in wardrobe that I spoke about. Because
Where is it?
hello. If memory serves, like on the ship map, there's like a few of the bedrooms have like a room jutting off them, like a very sizable room.
Oh, okay. So which one of these crew bedrooms were you looking at?
This well,
Cool. Yeah. That's where you are. Assorting your clothes.
yeah, yep.
Okay. And Mara, where are you?
Unless there's no immediate need for her on the bridge, Mara is in her room.
You're in transit at the moment, so no, there's no immediate.
Okay.
All right. So, Mara, you're sitting on your bunk with you're turning over the AI storage device in your hand, and it looks like it's an incredibly advanced piece of kit. Like you're just turning it over, and you've never seen anything like it before. It's sort of black and jagged, and you know, it's got input sorts that you've never ever seen before. And you've been around tech, you know, you know a lot of technology, and yeah, this is just completely beyond anything that you've ever seen before. And you know that there's no input device on the ship that you can plug this into because it's just too advanced. So you're just turning it over and you're typing messages to Silas, and he's typing messages back, sort of thing. And you're sort of feeling like, you know, is this actually him, or am I just being ridiculous? Like, am I talking to a machine? And you know, or is
Yeah,
this
that
actually
is
him?
definitely what she'd be thinking.
Yeah. And Alice, you're in your bunk. You're just in your room sorting out your clothes.
Yeah.
And you guys are on the way to a place called Kronos Station, which is one of the main mercenary hubs in the entire expanse. It's here where you go to get jobs. And you're all on your way there, trying to stay under the radar of the Black Star Corporation so they don't get wind of you ever again. Mainly because Alistar, you kind of think they're coming after you, whereas Mara, you think they're coming after everyone who they want to take over, and obviously they want to take over the Diamondback Trading Company, so you want to stay low and make money, basically. So, Alice, you are in your bunk, and a message comes through on your PDA on the. Actually, no, Mara, you're hearing the. Who's nearest to it? Caesar and Alistar, you're hearing the FTL comlink long distance start beeping. You're coming through. Constant communicator.
Okay.
Alistar's gonna head over to it.
Alright. It's a text message and it's addressed to Alice.
Yeah.
Alistar's kind of odd, finds this a little odd, and he's gonna read this. It's like, who the fuck is Alice even?
Okay.
Just gonna read her message. I love it.
Alistar doesn't care.
Wow.
Well, see, you can see that happening. You can see this as well.
I mean, I'll
Okay.
send a ping to Alice to let her know that she's got a message in. But right now, with the Black Star Enterprises coming after us, I don't trust anyone.
Okay. So you read it, and it basically says, Miss Alice, it's an honor to finally speak to you, the one who was chosen by our prophet. Yeah, our prophet was a man named Syllable who chose you to replace him on the ship of his designation before his tragic demise, where he joined the All-Father once more.
Alistar lets out a. At this point, he's letting out like pained sighs.
And,
He's like actually in pain reading this.
at the end of the thing, it's signed Father Bartholomew of the Cult of Stan, and it's an invitation to an event that they're having where she would be the guest of honor as the chosen one of the Prophet of Stan.
Alistar's just like, how the fuck do they even know who Stan is? How the fuck does anyone know who Stan is? How did it happen? I thought I left this behind. He's just like saying that as Caesar's walking out. I thought I left this behind.
I think Caesar's fucking confused right now.
And Alistar's just gonna storm out. It's just like so pissed. He's going back to his room. He's like, fucking no.
He's just gonna hold up his hands and say, "Okay." And
Just like all the while he's just like fucking stand, fucking syllable, fucking scooters. Ugh.
Caesar has literally no idea what you're talking about at all. He's gonna walk in, see the messages for Alice, and just wait for her there.
You can ping it to a PDA from where you are. If you want.
I'll ping it to Alice then from there.
That's cool. So Alice,
Yeah,
you now have this.
Yeah.
You now have this message.
I sort of read through it, and I think so like, okay, this is a bit weird, but you know, fans are fans. So, where did you say the event was again? Sort of like where we're
No,
going,
the
'cause-
event.
Oh yeah.
Is actually. On the world of Tarentum in the Minervan Expanse.
Oh.
The Minervan Expanse in the Minervan Coalition. Tarentum.
Yes. Okay. Alice sort of is like seriously considering going, like purely on the basis that like even though they sound pretty crazy, like she thinks that they might have like information about sort of Syllable, who as I said earlier is like so intriguing to her.
Okay. Right. That's fine.
This isn't going to end well, is it?
I mean, there's nothing you can do at the moment. You can't really just
Yeah,
turn the ship
but-
around, but I'm sure you could find passage back there once you get to Kronos Station. Kronos Station is on the galaxy map. It's, you can't see this, but it's next to near Apollo. It's around about here for people who are watching on. It's around about there, and it's the hub for all mercenary activity in the Expanse, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you go to sleep, Malice, and you just like chill out and put your head down. To sleep.
Yeah.
And you start dreaming, like very lucid dreams that you can actually control, and you're walking through like a lake that goes up to like your waist, and you're wading through it, and eventually you see a man just talking in Latin. In perfect, in Latin, but you can't really. It's like Old English, and you can't really understand it, but you can understand bits of it. And from what you're looking around, it looks like stories of Earth, because everyone's heard stories of Earth. Like it's like heaven for everyone here, in the Cradle. And it looks like Earth when you're looking around. And the Roman turns around because he's wearing the Roman gear. He turns around after washing himself and looks up and sees a ship that looks like this.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Just like sitting above him. And then he turns to you and just smiles, and then you are jolted awake, like quite violently jolted awake. And we will cross back to the ship. Mara, you're also asleep and you're jolted awake as well. The ship there's an almighty crash, and warning lights are going off everywhere. All the lights are out. What do you do?
God. I run out and see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay. Where are you going to run?
I don't know. Wherever I would run. Maybe either the CIC or...
Okay.
Yeah. Whoops.
Pull yourself over there.
Not what I meant to do. It's like trying to ping, and I drew. There we go.
Okay, so that's where you are. Caesar, where's your room?
It's on deck 2. It's the middle one.
Move yourself over there for me, and Shuruk, move yourself to wherever you're sleeping for the night.
I'd love to, but I'm on the wrong deck. So.
I'll just delete you, and you draw yourself on that deck.
Cool. I'll delete myself then.
Okay.
That's where I'm sleeping.
You're sleeping on the bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I think my room's on the next deck as well.
So you're jolting away and you're like just like hitting buttons. It's like, oh my god, and like just like my heart will go on. Just like smacking buttons, you know. And Alice, Mara, you've run onto the combat information center, and it says all systems offline. Hawking engine suffered critical failure.
Oh god. Okay.
You're out of FTL, by the way. You've.
All
I'll
right.
start with a CIC as well.
I will ask. I'll ask Caesar to take a look at that.
Okay. Caesar.
Like, we still have comms and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Caesar.
What's going on? I mean, oh god, that was a deep sleep. So Mara, what?
Oh, Caesar, you're actually sleeping in Alice's bed. Is that what's happening now, or is this?
What?
No.
What?
Okay.
Huh?
No.
What's going on?
Like,
What?
you snuck that one in under the radar. You know.
Oh well. I can't see the deck, so.
Oh right.
Yeah. Like,
That's what she.
Guessing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Either way.
Right. That's right, Mara.
There's a problem with the engine. Would you mind checking it out?
Oh shit. Okay, I knew this would happen. Right, yeah, I'll be down right down. No, I'll tell you what's
Alright.
going on.
All right. So,
You knew this would happen?
So Caesar,
I expected.
you get to the hatch for the bottom deck for where the engine room is,
Yep.
and it won't let you through. Like this, like the ship was like locked tight, vacuum locked.
Is it
and,
is it flooded with radiation, or is it like?
well.
or is
Do
it been
you want
vacuumed
to
out?
look into the port, see what's going on?
Yeah, I
Make a
would.
perception roll for me.
Okay.
D100. Oh yeah, good. So you can see, you basically look out and you're looking at space. You're like, what the fuck? And like the whole,
Oh, come on.
the whole engine's been like ripped out and just like annihilated into the void. And you can actually see a lot of readouts that are saying critical, engine critical, and multiple hull breaches. So air is escaping from the ship. That's the information you've got from this.
Okay. Can I jack in to see where the hull breaches are first?
No, because there's no power for anything like that. No.
Are there any windows?
Oh, okay, sure.
There are
on this
windows, and you can look out of them if you wish.
deck? Yeah, I was just going to look out the window, but carefully. Because he's been
Can-
sucked out into space too many times.
That's what you're seeing.
So he ended up in an asteroid field.
It's not so much an asteroid field. It's like debris of all types, and it's still like a ghostly light, like echoing around you.
Okay. Can we tell where we are? Like, as far as...
You're not on any star map. You look on the star map, and you're not on the map.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well,
Caesar's. Okay. Well, Caesar's going to explain the situation to everyone else and ask them whether we could go around the ship and see if we can find where the decompressions are happening, just so our ship doesn't explode from the inside outwards.
yeah, not exploding is a good...
Mari, you can attempt to boot up, back up power to the, but it'll be like it'll last for about an hour. But you can boot up power there if you want to do an intelligence check from the CIC.
Oh, intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, okay.
There you go. So yeah, the backup power is on, and the readout you're seeing is that there are multiple hull breaches that you don't have the equipment. You're making the deduction that you don't have the equipment to fix them, and the ship won't jump if there's a hull breach.
That's fine.
Okay.
Send out a distress call or something.
Yeah. I think I'll have a look at on comms.
I'm going to choose my death dress.
Oh, dear.
What are you going to do, Alice?
Oh, just have a look on and see like if I can hail like anyone over comms, or if there's just like anything out there.
Okay, you can do that. Yeah, sure. Roll an intelligence check for me. See if you can boost your signal. All right, your message is pinged back from what looks like a vessel on your PDA that you've plugged into the ship's hardware computer where you are. On your deck, and it's been pinged back by. It looks like a ship register in the in the debris field.
Okay.
Do we know what? Does he know what the ship is, or she know what ship it is?
Well, unless you get quite a fright, because it's the ship that you were dreaming about. It looks like that.
Yeah.
It looks just like that.
Damn, son.
God damn it, Stan.
I sort of like tentatively say to Mara, maybe we should sort of like look at this.
Okay, look at it.
Yeah, like because at the very least, it might the ship might have parts for us to salvage and repair with.
Oh, is it like
Well, it's I don't know. Like my
So,
sort of
I might have misunderstood.
beacon
Is
has
it
just been pinged back.
okay?
Yes,
So,
you have spacesuits. Yes.
is the ship like not functional that we saw? It's like just kind of floating there.
You can scan it with intelligence.
Why is everything intelligence?
My gosh, you're scanning
Why are you all doing this? What are you?
Yeah, I fail. So
Okay, that's fine. But you failed by how many?
Can I scan?
Yes.
um,
Yeah. The person with the intelligence can scan. Yes. You can
my
scan.
intelligence
I'm actually decent
is
now.
4. So
Okay, yeah, you will fail. Okay. What's your intelligence, Caesar?
Either 9 or 10. So
Okay, yeah.
Nine.
You hear this message over comms, and you scan it too, and you can see rudimentary power signals coming from deep within. It's like it's in a voluntary shutdown mode, standby. This ship just floating there.
Is our scanning equipment sufficiently powerful enough to see whether there are any life signs or heat signatures or anything aboard, or
Not
is it
from
just
this distance.
do I just get it? Okay, cool. Right. Okay. I'll relay that to everyone else and see what they have to say about it.
well,
I'm all for heading for the ship. I think it's really the
Yeah,
only option
I
we've
think-
got left now.
Yeah,
I think that's all
yeah.
we
Let's check it out.
do.
Well, we need parts.
Do we have like a shuttle? Or
Nope.
anything like that?
You have 1 hour's worth of power, and it'll be on sublight engines, so it's going to take you about 52 minutes to get to this thing.
Oh,
Of course.
And then you've got like 5 minutes until the air runs out.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say whatever. Let's go for this. See what we can salvage. I'm gonna look around for any leaks. See if the systems can find the leaks, and I'm gonna try to solder them, basically. Weld them.
I'll wake up Shuruk and do the same thing. So
Okay.
Do we have welding torches, or are we just using me?
When I say hull breach, I mean hole in the fucking wall, like that you can walk through.
Okay, I mean, like,
That'll
are there
welding
minor?
torches do it.
There's minor ones, I meant.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't know what to do.
Maybe like an ice wall or something.
Yeah. An ice wall till we can figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'll put on a spacesuit and do that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Could you do that inside a spacesuit? You just ice walled inside the spacesuit.
Well, I thought I could.
There's-
When we talked about it, like from the first Minerva, you said that if I were to wear a spacesuit, I can manifest the stuff outside of it.
Did I? Okay.
If you don't think that's all right for this, then that's fine.
It's probably yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, I guess you could, but I don't know. Yeah, you could try it.
Should we just accept?
Well,
Should we just accept that we can't repair the ship at this stage, and we need to
Yes.
go somewhere else?
Well, I don't want us to lose power and then immediately lose all our oxygen.
Let's just start flying towards the ship
Yeah.
before,
That's-
before
a good
we
idea.
run out of air having a
Agreed.
debate about what
I was saying definitely start flying though, and eyes on their way, see what we can do about repairs. Like at least take a look and see what
Yeah,
we can fix.
We're on our way already, aren't we?
I don't know, mate.
I thought so.
I thought so too. Okay, well, we're on our way now, if we
Okay.
weren't already.
Cool.
Okay.
And
So-
I'll chart a course from CIC.
So I guess I'll be on the bridge then.
Okay, Mara, roll perception, please, to fly the ship.
Just step to the side.
Oh,
Ah,
shit.
Oh my God.
What is it you're rolling today? It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Another one, please. Ooh. Okay, and another one.
Well, she has 10 perception, doesn't she?
Yeah.
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 And one last one. One last one, you'd be alright. That's fine. So you are listing quite badly towards this ship. And you guys sure, I'm just going to show you the ship from the dream sequence so you can all see it.
Okay.
Wow.
And it's just sitting there in space. You know, just rudimentary power is on. That's about it. It's about twice the size of your ship. No, there isn't at the moment.
Okay.
The design of
I
that ship.
presume
The
everyone-
design of that ship is nothing like you've seen before. It's actually. It's not. You can tell just by looking at it. It's nothing that any of the major empires have ever made.
This
Well,
is exciting.
Take a look at it. Are we sip catching any life signs?
No, no. You have scanned it now, and there's no life signs on board.
I was like, oh, we might as well check it out. There's not much we can do here. We're about to lose power.
Yeah,
Let's do
best
it.
thing we can do is board the ship.
Does the ship look relatively intact? Does it look like there's power on it?
The ship's intact. Yeah, there are no hull breaches or damage of any kind. Power is ticking over. You know, not fully powered, it's just ticking over. All environmental things are on, so you know there should be air on there.
I hate to be the
Well, I
one
mean,
to
well,
ask this.
I do find it disconcerting that there's no one there and it's working.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
But-
I hate to be the one to ask
but-
this, but why is there a perfectly good ship in the middle of space with no one on it?
Well,
But at the
I-
same time, we aren't in a position to really sit and think about that. You know, like
Well,
if we
No, I
don't,
just
yeah.
I just think we should be cautious. Is all.
Yeah, I'm not getting out of my spacesuit till we know there's no diseases or weird shit going on in there. And I suggest we do, you know, like more scans if we can of the surrounding area because it might be a trap.
You don't have enough power to do that at the moment.
No. Well, I'm staying in my spacesuit in case it's plague.
All aboard the creepy ship.
Yeah.
So do
Are
you
we
like
all
to-
going?
Would you like to dock your umbilical to the ship if you wish to go there?
Yeah,
that
I
me?
guess.
Yes.
Alright.
Could we siphon power from the other ship through the umbilical just to keep this thing running a little bit longer?
No, the umbilical's to walk through, not really to,
Yeah.
you know. And plus, this thing's way beyond anything that you've got. So whether there'd even be an interface option there's not really, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Better. Does anyone want to stay on the ship? I don't think we should, but if anyone is particularly reluctant, go on to the new ship.
I was curious about that.
Well, I mean, the problem with staying on the ship is that it's not going anywhere anymore at this point.
It's dead.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's not already dead, it's about to die.
You've literally
Yeah.
got 1 minute of air left, by the way.
So.
All right. Well, we're all
I was
going.
about to say, guys, let's go.
Well, Alistar is
Are we all in
getting
our
his
suits
space
anyway?
suit on.
I'm pretty sure we're like.
If we get to 7 o'clock and you're not in a position to be breathing, then you're all dead.
Alistar is already putting his spacesuit
Yeah.
on.
I have my
Not
spacesuit
really risk
on as well.
Me
Okay.
too.
Is
Alice
we
has
have
space
one
suit
that could
on.
fit Shirk?
Yes.
Yes.
There are utility.
You're not getting
Yeah.
rid of me, daddies.
Se-
I mean, wouldn't the horns make it difficult for helmets? I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like this giant bubble on his head.
Seven
Just
all
thinking
have their own helmets, and they're basically like juggernaut things, like the big dreadnought spacesuits
With little horn
that
sleeves.
double as no, the horns are outside the thing. They vacuum lock around the horns. So the horns are actually outside. the
Oh,
suit.
cool.
Okay.
I was just imagining like Shirok tensing his muscles and then ripping the suit, like the whole massive holes in the suit. Right,
Either
we're all
way,
in our
like-
spacesuits.
Like, damn this
Oh,
baby,
yes.
your physique.
We're all on the ship.
Yeah, so I guess we're all going to this ship, right? Like we all have our suits on.
Yeah.
We're all getting on.
Yes, we're not
Okay.
gonna die on the Franken ship. Let's go to the
Okay.
new one.
Let's go. We're going on the new one. That's it. That's final deal.
Okay.
Final answer.
Alright. So you guys crossing the umbilical, bidding a fond farewell to your ship.
I'm not bidding a fond farewell to it. It fucking exploded for no reason that I can find.
And like fell out. Like
It just fucking engine drops out of it. I'm like, fucking stupid ass shit. Fucking. I'm gonna kill that salesman. I'm gonna find him. Actually,
Alright.
if we ever go back there, he's dead.
Alright, so you guys are on this ship, and inside it's all black chrome finish with rivets all over the place, and there are the sign of the Aquila is like Aquila is like stamped everywhere where you can see it, and the Legionary Cross and the Roman numerals for 9 are stamped in several places.
Wait, are these the same legionnaires that we ran into on Relic?
No.
Okay. That's sick. Alright.
Okay, let's head through the door if it's unlocked, I suppose. Well, depressurize the airlock and go through.
Okay. So yeah, you walk in and there's all of your environment suits. They're not picking up any sort of pathogens or anything like that. There's dust in here, and, you know, the wear and tear of years, but the air is completely safe to breathe. All of your readouts are telling you.
Alice sort of like takes her sort of like suit, her spacesuit like helmet off and just does a sort of like L'Oreal hair flick.
Oh, I imagine that's so cute.
And Shirk's gonna copy her as well.
Alistar's gonna wait a little bit because he wants to see if there's like, you know, disease or plague or something in the
Well,
ship.
your readouts have all said there's no pathogens in the air. There's nothing like that in the air.
Yeah, but something got rid of the whole crew, so he's gonna be a little more cautious.
yeah, I think
Jesus.
Mars.
And he's
Sorry.
kind of just like, really, guys, really, and he's just gonna stay in the spacesuit.
I think Mars
Caesar's
looking
gonna take his
around
off completely.
an explanation as to what happened, like why this ship is just nowhere like this.
Are you guys going to move through the ship? What are you going to do?
I think we're gonna head up to the wherever the captain would have his log, so we can read it.
Okay, Mara, do a perception check for me. Okay,
Oof.
you realise that you hold up Silas's AI box to the wall, and you realise they're made of the same material.
Plug him in.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll try to find a place to put it.
Okay. Roll another perception as you walk through the ship.
Oh god, I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
Fucking hell. Okay. That's a critical and the best one you can get. So you
Ah.
you end up going to the bridge, and you find an installation port for all this black chrome and you see this like amazing plush leather seat, like black leather seat with all like plug-in ports and all sorts, looking at the viewpoint for the ship. And you slide Silas in there, and you click, and you hear like a booting up sound that doesn't sound like any sort of technology that you've ever heard before, like a really deep sort of thing. And Silas's face appears on the viewport. That's projected onto the viewport in front of you that looks out over this up to this of this vista of the debris field, and it's just Silas, and he's there going, how did you manage to do that? Where am I? What's going on?
Sorry, I was distracted.
That's so sad.
I knew
Yeah.
it too when I said that.
I'm just gonna tell him we don't really know where we are or what this is.
Again, it says, let me to run a system diagnostic. Hang on.
You're cruel, Alistair. Cruel man.
Alright, so he disappears for a few seconds, and then comes back and says, looks like this ship, I don't know how it got here, but there's no record of any crew, any biological beings being on board at all. This is really, really weird.
Like ever?
No. The furthest back that I can view the ship as being around is about 2,000 years, and beyond that the records don't show anything. And he says all of the manufacturing labels are from something called the Empire of Earth Legion 9 Exploration Division. So I don't. This seems like it's a ship from the Empire of Earth, like the actual humans who colonized or wiped out by the Dead Riders. This seems like one of their ships that's just been left here. And all I can say is that this is not on any star map, and this is not. We're not actually in. I don't know where we are. In all honesty.
We dropped into a black hole. Some weird shit.
We're not in the galaxy. I'll tell you that. I don't know where we are, but this is not Minerva's Cradle.
God damn it.
Oh god. Well, that didn't really help, actually.
Do you want me to power up the system, see what's going on? See if we can get this
yes.
bird going?
I might as well, I
Might as
suppose.
well.
Alright, he powers on the systems, and the whole ship just starting to like lights up. But it's actually the rivets in the chrome, like the lines in the chrome. There are no like lights, like overhead lights. They like beam out this like really relaxing orange light. So on the inside it looks like black but cracked with lava. Do you know what I mean? That sort of finish on all the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's your light, and it's actually quite pleasant. And the air starts to freshen almost immediately and get warm and just like stay nice and a nice temperature. And you can hear like systems switching on all over the place, and you can see readouts of the amount of fuel you've got left. You've got a full tank of fuel. The Hawking engine is giving readings that are far beyond what a normal ship of this size in Minerva's Cradle is capable of giving out. And I will give you the stats to your ship. He goes into the major superior systems and looks at them all, and he says, "I'm sorry, if you wanted to give the ship a name, there's nothing I can do. My program's typecast being on the Altor, so that's what I've named. You know, it's what I've named our subsystems, just so we know what it is. But I have control of the systems. Everything's really complicated but elegantly simple, and I can control the ship."
Okay.
So do you have any idea where it came from at all?
It's like, no.
I suppose
I
they
just-
haven't died yet, so I might as well take off my suit at this point.
An orange bloom illuminates the view screen, and you look to the side, Mara, and you realise the old ship has exploded They can
Well,
cascaded fire
shit.
everywhere.
Of
Okay.
course it fucking has. Alistar's definitely gonna murder that shop guy. Definitely.
And here I just put in our old ship stats into my thing. Now I have to do it all over again.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're complaining about a better ship?
Yeah. That's worth like 3 times as much and is twice as big and has, you know.
I've got all the
Okay.
stats down as well, Mara, just in case you misplace it.
Good.
I've got them too.
Caesar would just like to be in the systems and trying to discover as much as he can, although he wouldn't really be able to understand any of it at all. It's just kind of trying to familiarize himself as much as he can with it. That's what he'd be doing right now. So
Okay. You don't actually have to jack in the ship.
What does hanger
you can just
mean?
it's how much stuff you've got in your cargo hold. You can put in your
Oh.
cargo hold. You can just touch the side of the ship, being a jacker, and just completely jack into the system straight away. You don't need to
that's
plug in.
awesome.
Um,
That's awesome. Caesar's mind is blown by that.
and you can only fail jacking checks when you're in combat. So you can't
Okay.
fail outside of combat. So
Making that.
you jack in and you can see it welcomes you to the system and it knows your name straight away. It knows it gives you, the ship gives you a readout of your full name, your birthday, your blood type, where you're from, who your friends are, who your family is, what you've been doing for the past 7 years. It gives you like all of this information. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Cool.
And
Is this going on readouts, or is this just something he's saying, or he's saying?
it's just something he's seeing, and it
Okay.
says welcome Caesar Madden, and gives you all of that information. And he goes, and the ship goes, would you like me to shorten your name to just Caesar or Madden?
Just Caesar will be fine.
And there's like a dot, and it goes, confirmed. Welcome Caesar, and it has like
Thank
a
you.
thing on it.
Fantastic.
It's waiting.
He's just
It's got. You're realizing now it's got its own cyber lane network. Like the ship has its own
Okay.
cyber lane network, so.
that's pretty cool. Caesar's just going to walk towards the nearest bright light, as other people do stuff. So
Go towards
As
the
you
light.
Which light? What do you mean?
and well, I presume that power sources in the cyber lane are shown
Oh,
up
right,
by
yeah,
intensity,
yeah.
depending
Yeah,
on how
yeah,
powerful they are.
yeah.
So like,
There is a main light, which is the Hawking engine. It's a Hawking engine 3.0, which is you're doing readouts and you're saying this back to, you're sending messages back to Mara. Mara, the information you're getting on your screen is that your Hawking engine is at least 8 times as powerful as any other frigate ever made that you know of from your knowledge of ships. So it can burn for longer and go faster than most other ships. Your sublight engines are also
Yay.
incredibly quick. And you also, there is another engine on the ship which is currently offline and was offline and is completely locked off to you, both physically and in the cyber lane. It says authorization denied, Imperator level clearance required, and you read it and it says date of last ignition 3,567 years ago.
Damn.
Damn.
that's funky. Okay.
Is there any kind of logs or anything that tells us anything
no.
about the ship?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Caesar's just going to explore the cyber lane. Otherwise, if there's nothing else interesting in the cyber lane,
Okay.
so
I
quick
think
cut back.
Mara's going to try and we don't know where we are, but she's going to try to find out if we can get somewhere where we do know. Just, I don't know.
Okay.
Or a habitable, or a planet
I'm
with
assuming-
civilization on it?
Yeah, or anything, because I'm assuming that we don't have any supplies,
No.
really, because it's been sitting here for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And we didn't have enough time to get them off our old ship.
Yeah.
Shirk's gonna explore the ship, see what he can find.
Okay.
Alistar's going to join him because he doesn't want us to, you know, just be surprised by anything on here,
Okay.
like mechs and shit.
So you can see that there are like several living quarters, just like there were on the last ship, and you can see that on the Caesar, you're getting some really you're in the comms of Shuruk and Alistar, and you're getting some really mental stuff. And one of the things you've noticed is that the actual build-up of the ship on the inside was different before you attached the umbilical of the other ship, and as soon as the umbilical was attached to the other ship, this new ship has read the readouts and the layout of the ship that it's docked with, and has switched its insides to mirror it. And so Shuruk and Alistar, as you're walking through, it looks like you're inside the previous Ultor as you're walking around.
Alistar does not like this. He's going to send a message to Caesar, be like, "Hey, so weird thing I've noticed. It's this ship looks exactly like our old ship."
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. I just from here it looks similar, but I mean I couldn't really tell whether it's the same or not. So
how?
This technology is too advanced for me.
I have no idea. You have just as much idea as I do, Alistair. It's completely blocking me out from any kind of indication as to how it's doing any of this. So.
Lovely. Are you seeing any kind of like? Since we didn't read any life, but is there any like, mechs or AIs or robots or anything we have to worry about?
No.
Doesn't seem to be. Just seems to be us, which is even more weird.
Yeah.
I mean, a perfectly good ship like this, as advanced as it is in the middle of space, just sort of floating around in a place where we don't really know where we are, is creeping me out.
Any idea? Like, is there any readings from when was this ship taking any readings from when we popped in or dropped out? I suppose when we dropped out of FTL travel, did it have any instruments on to read anything? Like, does it have any idea what's happening with us?
It read you as soon as you came in, as soon as you dropped into the system. Yes.
Is there any useful information from the sensors to figure out what the hell happened to us? Because
you can ask Caesar that. I don't.
I am asking him that.
No, I mean it just picks us up as we came in. It doesn't. It wouldn't really have any information about how we got here or anything like that, and it didn't interface with the computing system that we had
Caesar,
on the previous Auto.
You can roll intelligence if you want.
Okay, I may as well. Why not?
Yay! Critical of criticals.
So mature.
Special sex crimes.
If I roll a 69 with channeling, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, the channeling will literally fuck you, and then you'll die.
But there's only a 1% chance.
Yeah.
So,
remember how I rolled 2 criticals the last session for my 2 attacks?
So
sorry. Not relevant to this moment, but is it the same in Driftwood too with magic?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Caesar, you can see a registry pickup from the scanners on the ship, and says after 3,567 years of inactivity, life signs scanned, Hawking engine explosion, rendering transmutable ship to dimension 89674B. And you look at your current readout of where you are, where the ship says you are, and it's the same dimension.
So does that suggest that the ship picked us up, effectively?
It read you as soon as it read you on the reason for your being here, basically.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, all right. I read that as it picked us up from after our FDL exploded, and kind of, like a mermaid would in a shipwreck, for example.
Oh God.
No. Just because you rolled a 69, right? Come on.
I don't know, what can I say? No,
Yeah,
okay,
don't
all right. I'll
Then again, you'd have your face in the like fishy part, so that wouldn't even work. Never mind. Whatever.
Okay, all right. No,
What?
I didn't think about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I just say that Alice is like freaking out?
Okay.
Like, in a sort of like, yeah, just
Freaking out.
yeah, freaking out.
Alice,
Are you
you
like
can do,
hysterical and crying?
you can do a
or
perception if you
are you
like.
just
Yeah, I can roll a perception.
Star doesn't like this whole different dimension talking weirdness.
Yeah, that's a pass.
Unless you look out one of the viewpoint windows, and you can see out there there is a man on, a phantom, looks like, on a moped, just screeching across the night sky, and behind him, who are chasing him, are like 5 or 6 men on horseback, just like screaming flames behind them, and then they just phase out. They go zhunk and just phase out of reality again. And he's like, you just like put your hand to the glass and just go, what? What?
Is Alice the only one who sees that?
Yes.
Because that's quite terrifying. Okay.
Yeah.
Mara's just still trying to figure out a way to get somewhere where they can at least get supplies.
Okay. Do another scan, Mara. Do use your perception. Another one. Okay. You're seeing there are many other ships like yours, like scattered around, but impossibly far away. So normal scanning equipment just couldn't scan this far. But the ones on the ship are picking up other. It's terming them as Earthborne vehicles, and they are. There's like thousands of them scattered around all over the place. A lot of them broken up and smashed to pieces. And in there, you're seeing a massive heat signature, about 17 kilometers in width, just moving about the wreckage.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all. I think we just
no?
need to get out of here before it comes to us.
Alistar is definitely for hiding.
Yeah, I'll tell
So,
everyone about
sure.
the big, like, heat signature thing.
You can actually plot a course from where you are, but you'd have to like use. Yeah, you can tell even though you're not in your galaxy anymore, you could plot a course in your galaxy. It's really strange, it's giving you a green light to plot a course in your galaxy.
Alright, I'm doing that.
Okay. Caesar, when you're in the cyber lane, that engine that's not been online for about 3,500 years starts pinging, and it prompts you to open it up if you wish.
Yes.
Okay, you do.
She's like shiny lights.
And there is a red readout button appears in front of you, Mara, like in a silhouette of electrical discharge, and just says "Go" on it in Latin.
Okay. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I'll go. It's not gonna do anything to Caesar if we jump while he's in the cyber lane, will it?
I don't know.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Okay. If you say so. I guess we're gonna go then.
So what are you gonna do?
Plot the course to
If-
get out of here.
It's a
Push the
button.
big red button.
Push the button.
Okay, I'll push the button then.
Okay.
Push the big red button. Yeah.
So you push the button in, and all of the stars around you just sort of like expanding and going further and further and further and further away, and until there's just only blackness, and then all of a sudden there's like a white piercing sound and light like smacks into the ship, and you almost like envelop and crash through reality again, and you like are dazed, and you look out the window and you're in normal space again. You can see just space, and when you look at your map, you're almost exactly where the last readout of the Altor was before it was sucked into wherever it went.
All right, where the fuck were we just now?
You're on your way to the Kronos station in the Expanse.
No, I know. I'm just talking about.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Don't question, just accept.
So, out
I-
of curiosity, if we wanted to, could we get back to where we were? Like, do we have the coordinates for that, or no?
Why didn't you ask Caesar?
Caesar?
We
No.
do, but I mean,
No.
the
engine
thing is,
switched itself off, and
Huh?
it's now locked. The engine switched itself off. That engine is now offline and switched itself off.
oh, we have the coordinates, but we can't get back there. And I don't know if we'd want to go back. Honestly, I don't really. Big red mass was. Maybe it had something to do with all the ships that were lying around, and that doesn't bode well for us. So maybe it's best if we stay here.
At least for now, we'll sort ourselves out.
No, just out of curiosity. Have that on the back burner.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna ask Silas why he matches the ship, if he knows anything about why he can be plugged in with this technology.
He basically gives you, like, he says, well, from what I know, from James's records, he was experimenting with Earthborn technology, and he found out that the only way to successfully really trap a human AI into such technology was to basically have a processor from the Empire of Earth, from an Earthborn processor, and to run the diagnostics for the AI through that rather than. And he did so, and here I am. This is Earthborn tech you have in your hands. Or had. Yeah, I've got no more answers for you. I don't have all the answers. I don't know.
Alright. Do you know anything about why Black Star wanted him dead?
Let me just check, and he goes through all of the.
Alistair's just good at
all of the current news. Hang on, he goes through all of the
whistle
current.
launch.
He goes all of the current news. He says, there's been a lot of reports officially of Black Star trying to acquire several of the corporations in the Expanse and beyond, and unofficially on several channels, Black Star are being investigated for several assassination attempts on high-ranking company officials when their efforts to buy them out have failed. So that's probably what happened to James.
Okay. And why do you think they didn't want to kill me?
I don't think they didn't want to kill you. I assume they would want to kill you if they found you.
Yeah, they must not have known it was me.
I have a readout of the CEO here if you'd like it.
Okay.
Can Alistair hear this conversation?
Yeah.
Alistair is curious about who the new CEO is.
Well, the readout she gets is of you, so.
So that's all right.
Alistair?
Or is it?
To be fair, I blew up the company. I
What
thought
the
it was done.
fuck?
Maybe you
I
just
blew
wanted to
up-
collect the insurance money.
Do I look like I got the insurance money from blowing up the company?
I don't know. You have a mustache.
That's just the best reason.
God damn it. All right. Let me explain what happened, and I'm going to tell them about the whole Minerva, like the people trying to kill me and take my company, and me murdering them, and me finding out that they were Minervan military, and then the Minervan military trying to kill me, and then me blowing up all of my buildings, or at least I thought I had, and then running away. And and you remember how I said that Black Star was probably coming for me? That's because I thought Black Star was coming for me. You know, and you remember how I fucking ran away from the, you know, I was telling you guys to get the fuck away from those ships, and nobody listened to me? Yeah? You guys remember that bit?
Yeah.
Because I kind of blew up most of the buildings. I thought I got them all. But apparently, well, I've already murdered those engineers, so I guess that I can't make them pay for not wiring all the buildings. He's just kind of mumbling to himself now about stupid engineers and not blowing up all of his building.
Okay, well, that sounds like Alistair, I suppose. What do you guys think?
I mean, hold on. I'm gonna ask Silas. Hey, Silas. And I'm gonna say, look into what happened and the date. I'm gonna give him the date of when I, failed.
He says there are reports of several high-class Black Star installations closing down officially, but I'm seeing a lot of readouts on forums and stuff which says on police channels that these were actually buildings that were destroyed in a three-pronged attack on Black Star assets.
Yeah, no, that was
But
self-destruct.
the only registered CEO of Black Star at the moment is one Alistair, and he shows you your picture again. And that's the only.
Does it say whether they think I'm still alive or not?
Officially, no, it doesn't. There's nothing that says that. Whether they
good.
know you're alive or not.
Good. Well, that's helpful. Yeah, I don't know who's now running it, because I tried to burn it to the ground, and because I didn't want anyone to have it, I couldn't have it. But apparently, someone else has got it.
I don't know that Mara would believe him, so she'd probably try to.
You wouldn't believe that Alistair would burn something with everything he had.
Well,
if it meant
that
you
part.
couldn't have it.
I think she means she thinks she probably still got some stake in the company and were indirectly responsible for her brother dying. But that's...
I'm just gonna look at her. In all honesty, you think I'd actually be working if I had that much money? I mean, and I'm like, look at this crap. This crap I'm wearing, and I'm gonna show with my armor. You really think I'd go outside in this?
Yeah.
To blow up most of my armor.
I don't know.
At this time, the ship pipes up, and it says, Altor 3.0 is noting a distinct heighten of hormones on the crew deck. Would anyone care for a spot of chamomile tea? And like in the door, the floor just like opens up, and this like pot of chamomile tea on a plinth just rises up. It's like steaming, like
I was just gonna be like, what? Who the fuck drinks tea?
I would love some tea, actually.
Mara's thinking
Yeah,
this tea
sure.
is probably thousands of years old, so.
Alice
Sure.
just gratefully, takes a cup.
Alistair's also
Nice.
gonna curiously watch to see if it kills them.
Caesar's not into the whole tea scene, so.
The whole tease.
So
The
Mara,
fad that's going around.
what do you want to do about what you've been told?
I don't know.
Alistair's asking Silas, look, can you look into the corporation? Because, seriously, I do plan on finishing the job I started there. But, I don't want people thinking that whatever the shit they're pulling out is me. Because when I pull a job, it's a lot cleaner than that.
Okay, so was there a party we meant to go to, you guys? Alice? Did I hear that right?
Oh well, I've been invited, but I'm sure they'll allow me a +4.
Alistair just looks at Alice, then looks at the rest of you and just says, "Trust me, you don't want to go to this bunch of lunatics, all right? This whole stand thing, wherever the fuck it came from, bunch of fucking lunatics."
You guys were actually heading in the opposite direction. You were going to Kronos Station first to get supplies. You are not going to make it back to Minervan space without eating. So,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair
Go
enough.
to the
Yeah,
closest
let's go to Kronos.
Look,
Okay, Caesar's gonna head to what CIC, I suppose,
Mhm.
in the New York tour and plot a course and gets ready to go.
okay. So,
Alistar's gonna follow him because he doesn't really want to sit with Mara while she's, believes he just tried to murder her family and
That's
himself.
probably a good decision, Alice.
Alistar's like, why in the hell would she think I would ever put myself that close to the gunfire? I mean, really. If I was gonna murder, she's just in his head,
No,
or
like-
mumbling. If I was gonna murder him, I'd have done it myself. Jesus.
So, like,
As he's not while she's in the room, but it's like as he's following Caesar, she's mumbling. They're gonna murder him. And fucking burn him in pieces. And
Shark will sip on his tea and wait. Well, everyone else calms down.
Good idea. Alice, what else is doing?
I'm still sort of sipping this delicious chamomile tea.
Okay, another one.
is it? Are you guys? Is it killing you guys?
No, it's quite lovely.
I mean, it's only minimum for nearly 4,000 years old. I'm just saying.
It's like a fine wine. It's better than
Gross.
roll for taste pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
What would
woman?
you make that?
That's
taste.
D100. As always.
oh,
Okay.
Oh, it's very nice. And Alice, yours isn't that nice. For sure,
Sure,
you
'cause having a
are
mouthgasm.
in heaven. You're just like, this is just brilliant. Like,
Yeah,
just-
mouthgasm.
yeah. All right. We'll
love that you made it.
we'll take a quick 5-minute break and we'll come back at 22 and we'll carry on. Yeah.
Yep.
People remind me to carry on recording when we come back, and we'll see you guys on YouTube
Okay.
in a minute, and
Sure.
people on Twitch, just stay where you are. We'll be right back.